Good afternoon. We are going to convene the Code Revision Committee meeting. We have one bill on our agenda today. It is House Bill 553. And actually, I have some substitutes here to pass out to y'all.
Here, I can pass mine.
You got my original? Just can I work off of it for a minute?
Just don't write on it.
Okay. So we have Chairman Dempsey's 553, and it has a substitute we are offering. And let me speak to the majority of the bill here for a minute. We passed this bill last year. It got hung up on the last day of session in literally the last hour. And so we brought it forth again this year. And so we have passed it out previously this year already. And it is in a posture where it got hung up again. So we are using Chairman Dempsey's bill, and she's kindly agreed to that. So if you have any questions regarding that portion, we'll be able to answer those. But Ms. Dempsey, if you'll get up and present the new portion of the bill to us regarding your bill, I would greatly appreciate it. Is it this one?
No.
There you go. Very good.
Okay.
Now you're on. Thank you.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. And I thank you for hearing this. Thank y'all for sticking around to do it. Looks like we're going to clean up a number of things that are very important today, too, as well. So the portion that you've not heard affects the State Victim Services Commission, and simply one entity is no longer a part. So you will see there that they are struck. The Georgia Association of Homes and Services for Children, or his or her designee, as well as that changes the number of members, reduces it to 14 rather than 15, aligns all of the rest of the language, and that is pretty much what it does. The other measures, as you said, I believe Chairman Barr, Chairman Welch, Harrell, and others have worked to make sure that all of these entities that are inactive, dissolved, or not funded are aligned and cleaned up so that the code is correct.
Very good. Do we have any questions from the committee? Let's see, 34?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The question is then, why are we not adding anyone in this place of the person that we're removing? As it's a State Victim Services Commission, wouldn't we want all 15 members? And maybe there's another group that could be added, maybe a minority group or a women's group?
I don't think that's germane to actually what they're trying to do. It is cleanup. This is code cleanup. It's not about adding anything. It's about just correcting an error that is there and has been there for a while, a non-existent group. And that's basically what's happening in all of these measures. They're cleanup.
So cleanup is different than just repeal. So I thought that cleanup would be a more general term and repeal would be a more specific term. So we're
not repealing the entity. We are removing one group that no longer exists. And by removing them because they don't exist, it means that they are off of the State Victim Services Commission, and that change reduces the number of appointees there. It would be a different form of legislation to create a new structure for the victim services.
That's right. So if we wanted to put a separate bill, that would be a different process than what we're doing here. Any other questions? Yes, ma'am. Are you 34? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, try again. Try again.
Just try 435.
Okay, try the mic next to you. Speak loudly. Just speak loudly. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
That's right. That's exactly right. Right.
Now, I do see that on page 8, the renal dialysis advisory council is being struck out. Is that another organization that you're saying is non-existent?
That is from the measure that I believe Chairman Barr said y'all passed last year. So the only part of the bill that I really brought forward was the one part that you just referred to at the end of the bill. And then the other measures that you all had already tried to clean up last year have been added.
I can answer that question. Sure. Here, we're going to get Representative Caldwell to answer that for you.
Great question. That was a portion of the bill that we adopted a week and a half ago, and that it's been inactive for years. Inactive, not funded, non-existent. So,
Follow up? Yes, ma'am.
So, and I know that we're not here to create or add, but just from a knowledge standpoint, do we have some type of council that is, I guess is working in the renal dialysis advisory area, somewhere in it, because, you know, when we, in Georgia, we know we have a high number of people on dialysis that have renal failure, and it's one of the, it may be the only one, automatic Medicaid, provide automatic rehab renal. So anyway, seeing that, and I'm just wondering, do we have, is there anything that's in place that's kind of watching over the lead?
it's a great question. Chairman Welch may have a feeling there as well. I'll tell you, almost none of these became inactive because we ceased doing it. It was almost all duplication. It had ended up falling under some other agency or entity. If you'd like, let's you and I go find the answer to that. Yeah.
Thank you for the question. Seeing no other questions, this will be the proper time. Go ahead, sure. It would appear that it is removing antiquated positions, but that the department should carry out its functions. So it looks like it transferred it over to DFACS. Yes, ma'am. It was duplicated, so we moved it, and this is just cleaning up. So I have a motion. Do I have a second? Do pass by substitute. Very good. All those in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Chair Dempsey. Appreciate your help. Thank you, committee. We are adjourned.